Hi, good afternoon, all. My name is Augustine Osarede. I'm a citizen of Nigeria. This afternoon, I'm going to share with you something that bothers me, and that is the deplorable condition of our Nigerian youth in a country where an ethics of corruption is being kept afloat in a sinking nation. Well, before I delve into the topic for today, the role of Nigerian youth in election 2019, a holistic view, I would like to give you a brief history about myself. I was born in Edo State, Benin City. I went to Holia Primary School and I attended the Hogbe College at ICE Road and then attended Great University of Benin, where I graduated in 2000. After my graduation in 2000, I served at the National Youth Service Corps in Nasarawa State, where my primary assignment was in Karu local government area. I left the country in 2005 because I could not find a job after graduating as a biochemist in my foundation degree. For good 3 years, I searched for a job. I could not find one, and I had to leave the country. In my sojourn all over Europe, I resided permanently in Greece for about 7 years, and then I moved to the United Kingdom, where I have studied and I've obtained a postgraduate degree and I'm working professionally. Now, the reason why I took time out to tell you about myself is to highlight the damage corruption and bad leadership is doing to our country, Nigeria. The effect of what bad governance is doing to our country, Nigeria. Now, the youth of our country today, when we were growing up, we were told that the youth are the leaders of tomorrow. But I must say to you that that is a far cry, because the old are still the ones in power, and they have succeeded in fine-tuning and mentoring youth into their corrupt positions. Now there is a need for a concerted effort to rid our system of corrupt leadership. And in my view, the only way we could do this is to sensitize and encourage great minds like my humble self and some other great minds and professionals in the diaspora. Now, how can you encourage people like myself and other professionals to come back into Nigeria and make our own contribution in Nigeria? A place where the youth are now used as a weapon to kidnap and assassinate people, especially people they consider as potential threats for them not to actualize their dreams. A country where insecurity is the order of the day. A country where the police force is so underfunded that they proudly flaunt their corruption practices on our streets and nobody reports them, and there is no mechanism in place for them to be reported and dealt with. A country where ex and present leaders are not accountable to anybody. Just this morning, I was listening on the news. The former Prime Minister of France, Nicolas Sarkozy, has been arrested for an allegation of taking bad money from Libya in 2007 for campaign. Can that happen in Nigeria? Can that happen in Nigeria? Now, another thing that is of paramount importance for us to talk about now is how to sanitize our system so that great minds can be tempted to come back home. First and foremost, all political parties should be registered freely and without no hassles of costs. Secondly, registered political parties' campaigns should be strictly managed by the government and funded equally. There are no provisions should be given for people to fund their political ambitions personally. This will put an end to people being so pressurized and desperate to attain power. Lastly, we must have a system where nobody is allowed to fund political parties personally. Lastly, all funds for political campaigns should be made declared to the public, and the source of such funds should be declared to the public. If that is done, this will bring sanity into our political race. And then lastly, we must ensure as a country the safety of lives and properties of indigenous and non-indigenous in Nigeria. Now, how are we going to achieve all these goals? It is only by overhauling the political system and bringing in new brains, new ideas, and new talents. Let us call forth our brothers and our sisters, professionals and non-alikes from all across the world to come into Nigeria and make their contribution. I am ready to make my contribution. I am therefore using this opportunity to call great brains, to come strategic professionals, to come strategians, to come analyzers, to call all peoples that have one or two ideas to put our country back, to fix our energy status, to fix our light, to fix our water, to fix our transportation, to fix all the policies that has been discussed or done in Nigeria. I have looked at Nigeria in the past 10 years with keen interest, a country where the lawmakers do not pass bills that will favor the general populace, but rather they go to the law houses to make laws that will profit them. A country where women are not empowered to take their rightful role in our generation. A lawmakers who are not even educated to know what the other countries are doing. Nigeria is so behind in terms of development that we are actually retrogressing instead of progressing. It is a far cry, and we must stand against this. We must take away the power from our political class who are governing the country by a group of people called the cabals. It is enough. We must tell them our eyes are open and we are ready to take the realm of power from them. And the only way we can do this is to encourage new ideas and new faces into our political scenario. I therefore urge men and women who want to form political parties to come forth, form your political parties, and let us start this race for 2019. Let us begin to enlighten our people that when they bring the bag of rice, when they bring their money, when they bring oil, when they bring salt, where everything they bring to them, they should collect it from them but refuse to vote for them. And their conscience should not judge them because that money is our money. They are using our money to entice us to vote for them. It is a time for us to say no to corruption. It is a time for us to say no to wrong electoral process. It is a time for us to fund well-meaning Nigerians who have great future and insights for the country. It's time for us to fund well-meaning Nigerians both at home and in diaspora who are not ready to budge for these corrupt politicians. It is a time for us to tell the likes of Obasanjo. It is time for us to tell the likes of Atiku. It is time for us to tell the likes of Buhari. It is time for us to tell the likes of Jonathan Goodluck. It is time for us to tell the likes of Dan Tatas. It is time for us to tell all those old politicians to sit back where new faces will take the realm of leadership and let us put in on the ground control measures to check our new politicians. I am ready to run for an office. I am ready to run for an office. And I am ready to take my country forward. I am ready to give up all that I enjoy in the diaspora to take my country forward in the light of progressive nations of the world. Nigeria, once called the giant of Africa, is no longer the ant of Africa. Nobody looks up to Nigeria except for bad things, for corruption, for kidnapping, for political and religious sentiments. Now, this message is for the youth. Who goes stealing ballot boxes in our political system? They are the youths. Who does the assassination and the kidnapping for the corrupt political leaders? They are the youths. Who vote in our political process? 80% are the youths. Who are the people that does the kidnapping? Who are the people that escalate the religious tensions? The Boko Haram, the Niger Delta vigilante, and the other tension causes for the country to destabilize the country. They are the youth. That is why I am directly addressing the youth. It is time to think out of the box. It is time to think progress. A great leader in America once said, think not what America will do for you, but what you will do for America. In the same vein, I challenge all Nigerian youth, think first for what you can contribute to push Nigeria forward, for what you can contribute to make Nigeria a focus for progress again. I am ready for that cause, and I am running for an office. Come 2019, I am running for the office in my state, Edo State. God bless you.